Hello there, Rogue Nation. Welcome to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. I am Jonathan Kerman with you on the call. Game 1 here at Colusa Casino Stadium between your Medford Rogues and the Marysville Gold Sox. Some exciting news to get to tonight. The 2017 Great West League All-Stars have been announced. On that All-Star team, 10 Rogues were selected to represent the Great West League in the All-Star game. Next week, July 24th, Monday, at Nettleton Stadium in Chico, California. The 10 Rogues representing the team in the All-Star game, you may ask? Clay Valenzuela-Reese, Davis DeLorfis, Alex Isola, Johnny De La Cruz, the batters. The pitchers for the Rogues, Chris Painter, Taylor Frost, and Dylan Pierce. The entire coaching staff of the Rogues also will be representing the Rogues in the All-Star League, in the All-Star team. I caught up with Dylan Pierce earlier today, broke the news to him. Got a chance to talk to him about all things baseball and life. I'm here with Rogues All-Star starting pitcher Dylan Pierce. Dylan, the news was just broke to you a couple of minutes ago. How do you feel being named a 2017 All-Star?
I feel honored. It's a huge opportunity for me being second year here, so I'm really happy to be able to make the team and play with some of my guys for a big event. So,
now, you mentioned this is your second year with the team. What are some differences that you've noticed from last year's team to this year's?
Last year's team to this year's, not much of a difference, but I do notice that all of our guys seem way closer than they were last year. Like, our guys now are brothers. I mean, everybody is so tight together, and we all get along. I mean, there isn't anybody that's like, oh, you know, they stay with them, we stay with us. Everybody's tight-knit, and we're a big family here, so that's what I like.
You're slated to start tomorrow against the Gold Sox. What does your game day prep look like? Does it start even the day before? What is your preparation on starting day?
My preparation actually starts after a start. So when I'm done after my first start on the mound, my next prep is immediately as soon as I'm done to go back, glance at my stats and go, okay, this is what you did, this is what you did wrong, and kind of analyze everything. So it starts, the day after my start. So it's another 5 to 6 days of mental prep, of physical prep, making sure my arm's taken care of. The day before the start, I like to, just kind of relax, get my mind in everything, really pay close attention to all the batters, and then the day of my start, I just have my head all tied around baseball, dedicated all to the game, all to the hitters and everything. So I take a lot of my time to just focus on pitching, on the game. I don't really let myself get sidetracked. So,
what is your favorite baseball team? Who do you root for?
The Oregon State Beavers and the New York Yankees are my team. I'm more of I love my team, love the Yankees, but I'm more of I like players from different teams, so that's more, of where I stand. So
it's a great segue into the next question, who is your favorite player?
Of all time, probably Nolan Ryan and Greg Maddux. I love those guys, just two masters. I mean, you have the most dominant pitcher in the world, and then the most, he was an artist and master at Greg Maddux of being able to throw any pitch wherever he wanted, and that's why he's one of the greats. So definitely guys I like to form myself after.
And what would you say is your favorite baseball moment, either one that on the team that you were a part of or one that you witnessed in a stands or even on TV, just overall your favorite baseball moment?
Oh, man. I've had so many huge baseball moments. One that I love, just that it was awesome to be a part of. Even though we didn't win last year for the Rogues, was being a part of that championship game, being honored enough to say, hey, you're going to start this championship game. Just the fact that they would think of me as someone, hey, we want you in this position. That was an honor to be a part of that, and to throw as good as I did was, it made me happy. Going, hey, I battled for the team and I did my job, and I'm really glad that I was put in this opportunity. So that's one of my big ones that I like.
All right, thanks so much, Chris. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That was 2017 Great West League All-Star Dylan Pierce sitting down having a conversation with me. Game 1 between your Medford Rogues and the Marysville Gold Sox. The Rogues come into this one 29-12. In first place of the Great West League, Marysville Gold Sox coming into this one 16-27. When we come back, first pitch from Colusa Casino Stadium. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts.
It's time for Medford Rogues Baseball as the Rogues take on the best of the West in the Great West League. Don't miss a minute of the action. Listen to every Medford Rogues game all season long, live on MedfordRogues.com. Now, it's time for Medford Rogues Baseball. Calling all the action tonight, here's Jonathan Kerman.
Hello, Rogue Nation. Welcome to Medford Rogues Baseball, live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Hello, everyone on the chat. So great to be back with you after a day off. Some terrific, exciting news earlier today from the Great West League. The 2017 All-Star roster has been announced. 10 Rogues were named to the All-Star team. In the infield, Davis DeLorfis, Clay Valenzuela-Reese, and Alex Isola. In the outfield, Johnny De La Cruz. And then on the pitching staff, Dylan Pierce, Taylor Frost, and Chris Painter, all named to the All-Star team. Manager Josh Hogan named the manager for the Great West League All-Star team, and he will be joined by the Rogue staff of Jeff Lyle and Christian Coronado. So just some terrific honors all around for a bunch of guys who all deserve it. Tonight is not the All-Star game. It is a regular season game with playoff implications. Rogues have a very slim lead atop the Great West League over the Lincoln Potters. Tonight they take on the Marysville Gold Sox, game 1 of a 3-game series. Starting lineup for your Medford Rogues. Leading things off, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Batting second, Davis DeLorfis. Batting third, Alex Isola. Batting fourth, Johnny De La Cruz. Batting fifth, Eric Yang. Batting sixth, Dante Gutierrez. Batting seventh, Connor Lowry. Batting eighth, Braden Stutzman. And batting ninth is Scotty Wright. Just a few minutes from getting underway here at Colusa Casino Stadium, your Medford Rogues and the Marysville Gold Sox. The Medford Rogues wearing their green tops, the Gold Sox wearing their white uniforms with, can you take a guess what color their socks are? Brett Walker is the starting pitcher for your Medford Rogues tonight. We will see him in just a few minutes. Stepping into the batter's box now is Clay Valenzuela-Reese. One more little bit of housekeeping. Taylor Frost earned his 8th save of the year last game for the Rogues 2 nights ago. He is the all-time leader in career saves for the Medford Rogues. So just a terrific honor for Taylor Frost. I mean, he certainly deserves it. The kid throws gas, he strikes people out. 18 strikeouts and 13 innings pitched, a 0 ERA. Doesn't get much better than that. All right, we're just about ready to get set for the first pitch here at Colusa Casino Stadium. The first pitch from the left-hander Doug Nimura on the mound for the Gold Sox.
First pitch is 7-10.
Misses outside, ball 1. Fastball catches the outside part of the plate. Evens the count 1-1. The lefty deals the 1-1. Off speed in there for a strike. Valenzuela-Reese behind in the count. 1-2. Just getting underway here at Colusa Casino Stadium. That one hit to left field. Going back is Darryl Dahl. He will not make the diving catch. The ball lands foul. Maybe a 1.5 feet in foul territory out there in left field. A great attempt by the left fielder Darryl Dahl, but to no avail. The defensive alignment behind Doug Nimura. Tom Fuller, the catcher. At third base, Dustin Maxwell. At short, Jason Dicochia. At second, Devin Pettengill. At first, Justin Thaxton. The outfield in left, Darryl Dahl. In center, Justin Cooney-Silk. And in right, Sam Leach. 1-2 to Valenzuela-Reese. That one is high. Evens the count 2-2. No one on, no one out here. Top of the first inning. No score in this one. Game 1 between the Medford Rogues and the Gold Sox. That one misses outside. Valenzuela-Reese runs the count full, 3-2. The 3-2 is fouled back and out of play. So a long at-bat here for Clay Valenzuela-Reese to get things started for the Rogues. That one is hit to center field. Cooney-Silk coming on. He makes the grab for the first out of the inning.
1 down.
There are those famous kazoos which is the very divisive kazoos here at Marysville, here in Marysville at Colusa Casino Stadium. Davis DeLorfis steps into the batter's box. He looks at a first pitch strike. 0-1 the
now
count.
Batting, number 18, Davis DeLorfis.
Here's the 0-1 to DeLorfis. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Doug Nomura from Lafayette, California. Bats right, throws left, 5'6", 160 pounds. The 0-2 just missing inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. 1 out, no one on for the Rogues here in the top of the first inning. That one misses outside. Evens the count 2-2. Here's the windup from the lefty Nomura. He comes home. Fastball fouled back by Davis DeLorfis. Waiting on deck, Alex Isola. Doug Nomura is teammates with Dante Gutierrez, who he will see a little later in the lineup. They both attend University of San Diego. The 2-2 misses high, ball 3. So both Rogues so far to open up this game have run the count full on Doug Nomura. A great job of battling, staying in on balls. Here's the full count pitch. That one catches the outside part of the plate, strike 3. Davis DeLorfis had actually dropped his bat and was headed to first. He thought that was outside. Home plate umpire had different ideas.
Now batting the catcher, number 24.
So
Alex
2 down
Isola.
here in the top of the first inning, and that will bring up Alex Isola. Fastball to Isola at the knees, called a strike. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. No one on, 2 out here in the top of the first inning. First game of a 3-game series between your Medford Rogues and the Marysville Gold Sox. Check swing, called strike. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Alex Isola. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So the Rogues go down in order here in the top of the first inning. We head to the bottom half of the first inning. Brett Walker will take the mound for the Rogues for the very first time this afternoon. You're listening to Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Located just 5 minutes from the I-5 and Grants Pass, Hellgate Jet Boat Excursions is the only place you need to go for the ultimate Rogue River experience. Jet through historic Hellgate Canyon, lounge at the exclusive OK Corral, and feast on all-you-can-eat homemade barbecue. Visit www.hellgate.com to book your Rogue River experience today.
Catch the Rogues all season long, right here on MedfordRogues.com.
Presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. Bottom of the first inning, no score here at Colusa Casino Stadium between your Medford Rogues and the Marysville Gold Sox. Brett Walker warming up to make his first appearance for the Rogues tonight, if that makes any sense. Brett Walker 1-2 on the year. This will be his 5th start of the year, has 8 strikeouts in 16 1/3 innings pitched. He has yet to face the Gold Sox this season. He has 2 appearances against the Potters, 1 against the Pickles, and 1 against the Chico Heat. The defensive alignment behind Brett Walker this evening. Catching him is Alex Isola. At third is Davis DeLorphis. At short, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. At second base, Scotty Wright. At first base, Dante Gutierrez. In left field, Johnny De La Cruz. In right, Connor Lowry, and rather in center, Connor Lowry, and in right, Braden Stutzman. Brett Walker, his first pitch to Justin Cooney Silk, misses low, ball 1. No score here in the bottom of the first inning. Justin Cooney Silk hits that one to left center field. Connor Lowry is going back. That one's going to be over his head, rolling all the way to the wall. Splits Johnny De La Cruz and Connor Lowry. It's Lowry who picks the ball up, fires it in nicely to Valenzuela-Reese, holding Justin Cooney Silk to a double. Starting lineup for the Marysville Gold Sox, Justin Cooney Silk, who just led things off with a double. Batting second, Devin Pettengill. Batting third, Jason Daicochia. Batting fourth, Justin Thaxton. Batting fifth, Dustin Maxwell. Batting sixth, Darryl Dahl. Batting seventh, Sam Leach. Batting eighth, Tom Fuller. And batting ninth, Joey Mejia. So here's the left-handed hitting Devin Pettengill. That one to him is outside, ball 1. 1-0 the count to Devin Pettengill. Runner on second here in the bottom of the first inning for the Gold Sox. Brett Walker comes set. Looks back at second, now comes home. That one hit up the middle. Valenzuela-Reese is there. Throw over to first in time to get Devin Pettengill. Advancing on the play is Justin Cooney Silk. He heads over to third.
Now batting out of Santa Clara University, the shortstop, number 24, Jason.
So that'll bring up Jason Daicochia. Daicochia from Redondo Beach, California. Plays for Santa Clara University in his free time. Right-handed batter, 5'11", 180. Batting .343 on the year. Runner at third, 1 out for the Gold Sox. First pitch is an off-speed that misses outside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 to Daicochia. Off-speed misses inside this time. 2 balls and no strikes. Warm afternoon here in Marysville. 2-0 the count to Daicochia with a runner at third. That fastball called a strike at the knees. 2-1 the count. 103 degrees the registered temperature at first pitch. Sun still shining brightly here on Colusa Casino Stadium. The 2-1, that off speed finds the plate. Some terrific movement by Brett Walker on that one. Evens the count, 2-2. Walker comes set and comes home. Fastball poked by Dante Gutierrez for a base hit. So the Gold Sox strike first. They cash in the RBI double by Justin Cooney Silk. Jason Daicochia with the RBI single.
Now batting
1-0 the Rogues trail here in the bottom of the first inning.
14, Justin Thaxton.
That'll bring up Justin Thaxton, the first baseman for the Rogues, or for the Gold Sox tonight. Another left-handed batter. He takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. That one catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. 1-1 the count to Thaxton. Thaxton from Las Animas, Colorado, plays for the University of Portland in his free time. 6 foot, 200-pound left-handed batter waits on the 1-1. Fastball misses outside. 2-1 the count to Justin Thaxton. The batter's box is almost completely engulfed in shadow. Everything else in the infield is in sun. That one hit up through the right side of the field for a base hit. Braden Stutzman will play that one on a bounce. Advances the runner to second. And now the Gold Sox have 2 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning.
The third baseman, number 22, Dustin Maxwell.
So that'll bring up Dalton Maxwell. Isola coming out having a conversation with Brett Walker. Maxwell from Penn Valley, California. Another left-handed batter, so the Gold Sox have loaded their lineup with lefties against Brett Walker. Here's the first pitch to Maxwell. That one misses outside, ball 1. Runners on first and second for the Gold Sox. 1 already across in this inning. 1-0 the score, the Rogues trail. Here's the 1-0 to Dalton Maxwell. That one hit to the right side of the field. Gutierrez picks it up. They fire over to second to get 1. The throw to first is going to get by Brett Walker, and that will score Jason Dicochea. So the ball hits sharply to Dante Gutierrez. He fields it on a hop, throws over to Clay Valenzuela-Reese at second. Steps on the bag. They get 1. They throw over to first. Off target, Brett Walker couldn't handle it. It sails by him, and Jason Dicochea comes home on the errant throw. So that'll bring up Darryl Dahl, one of the few right-handed batters for the Gold Sox in this one. They have a runner on first. That's Dalton Maxwell. 2-0 the score here in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch to Dahl. Fastball misses outside. Ball 1. Dahl, the left fielder for the Gold Sox. That one misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, runner on first. 2-0, Gold Sox on top of the Rogues here in the bottom of the first inning. That one fouled back. 2-1 the count. Walker takes a deep breath. Now comes set. The pitch missed, waved at by Darryl Dahl. Evens the count 2-2. The 2-2, that one hit high and out of play off the third base side. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. 2-0 the score. Here's the 2-2. That off speed misses very high. Running on the throw, and he is caught in no man's land, is Dalton Maxwell. They have him in a pickle. Dante Gutierrez will tag him out, and that will end it for the Gold Sox. It was a off-speed pitch that got away from Brett Walker. Isola did a great job of jumping out of the crouch to catch it. Dalton Maxwell thought he could take advantage of the errant throw. He took off,
This one is for a free MVP.
but Isola
haircut
with the strong throw over to
from
second
Sportsnet.
the ball was
The
there
lucky
before
number is
Maxwell was even halfway, and
30819.
just a
Once
matter
again,
of
that
applying
number
the
is
tag, and that was it
30819.
for the Gold Sox
If
in
you
the
have
bottom of
that
the
number,
first.
please go
We
to
head to the top of the
Lincoln
second.
Injury
Rogues
Lawyers
trail 2-0.
merchandise
You're
booth
listening to
named
Medford
Drive.
Rogues Baseball live on
The Gold Sox would like to thank
MedfordRogues.com,
the following
presented by Michael
businesses
Newman
for
and the Newman
continued
Group,
support.
your local home loan experts. This Rogues broadcast is brought to you by Heroes. Heroes is the new place for gourmet subs, wraps, salads, and burgers. People are really talking about how Heroes is the best sandwich shop in town. Go give them a try. Eat like a hero. Hero sandwiches. Welcome back, Rogue Nation. Medford Rogues Baseball live on MedfordRogues.com, presented by Michael Newman and the Newman Group, your local home loan experts. We are in the top of the second inning. Rogues trail 2-0. Leading things off will be Johnny De La Cruz. De La Cruz, one of the members selected to the All-Star team, which will be next Monday, a week from today, at Nettleton Stadium. Little different format today, or rather this year for the All-Star team. First pitch to De La Cruz, misses outside, ball one.
Now batting the left fielder, number 2, Johnny De La Cruz.
So the new format, as De La Cruz hits a 1-0 over the shortstop's head into left center field. De La Cruz aboard with a base hit, the first hit of the day for the Medford Rogues. It looked like the shortstop for the Gold Sox, Jason Daicochia, lost that ball in the sun. It seemed like it was, I mean, I'm not sure if he could have made a play on it regardless. It was a well-hit ball and pretty high over his head. It would have been close. But it seemed like he just lost it in the sun as that one sailed over his head. Lucky it wasn't hit right at him. That could have been trouble. Runner on first for the Rogues. Eric Yang at the plate takes the ball in the dirt. 1-0. Here's the 1-0 to Eric Yang, the right-handed hitting DH for the Rogues tonight. Normally plays catcher. That one's inside to Ando. So the new format for the All-Star game. The host stadium, Nettleton Stadium down in Chico, California, will feature the Great West League All-Stars against the Chico Heat. The 2-0. That one misses low, 3 balls and no strikes. So an unorthodox format this year. Rather than splitting up the All-Stars into 2 teams, they decided to pick just one All-Star team, exclude all the Chico Heat, and have them face the All-Stars. That one inside to Eric Yang, a 4-pitch walk given up by Doug Nomura. Rogues have the tying runs aboard, no one out here in the top of the second inning. That'll bring up Dante Gutierrez. So here's the matchup that we all wanted to see. The 2 University of Santa Barbara boys will be going at it. I think the pitching coach for the Gold Sox is going to come out and have a conversation with his lefty, Doug Nomura. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, the rest of this ball game, Rogues have the tying runs aboard, 2 on and no out here in the top of the second inning. And as soon as I say that, the conversation is done. So we'll stick around. Dante Gutierrez will step into the batter's box. Gutierrez from Chula Vista, California. Left-handed hitting first baseman. He is the DH. He's the first baseman, rather, for the Rogues tonight. Eric Yang, who is at first base, earned himself a walk, is the DH. De La Cruz at second. Eric Yang at first. Dante Gutierrez steps into the left-handed batter's box. Shows bunt, pulls back, One's outside, ball 1. 2 on, no one out here in the top of the second inning. Rogues trail 2-0. So some other exciting news, which I will tell you about in just a second. Here's the 1-0. Shows bunt again. Gets that one down. It's a good one, but it rolls just foul down the third base line. The batter's box now completely engulfed in shadows. The third base side is just about entirely engulfed in shadow. The rest of the infield is in sun. And then over in right field, a large shadow cast by a tree out there behind the first base bleachers. Some exciting news. Brian Schnee, who I know you have all been wondering where the heck he's been. Gutierrez shows bunt, gets that one down. It's a good one off the third base side. Third baseman picks it up. The throw is low and gets by the first baseman, Justin Thaxton. De La Cruz will come home. Eric Yang advances to third. Gutierrez over to second. An RBI bunt laid down by Dante Gutierrez, and the Rogues are on the board 2-1.
Now batting the center fielder, number 10, Connor Lowry.
So it was a good bunt laid down by Dante Gutierrez. Over to the third baseman, Dalton Maxwell. Picked it up. He threw over to first base where Justin Thaxton, it was just too low for him. The throw was on a bounce. Rogues have runners on second and third. Connor Lowry grounds one softly to the shortstop, Jason Daicochia. Runners cannot advance.
Now batting the right fielder.
And there's the first out of the inning.
Stutzman.
So on the errant throw, Johnny De La Cruz rounded third and came home. Eric Yang now at third base. Dante Gutierrez at second. 1 out, 2 on for the Rogues here in the top of the second. They trail 2-1. That'll bring up Braden Stutzman. Stutzman playing right field for the Rogues today. Stutzman batting .255 on the year. Has 13 hits in 17 games. The switch hitter for the Rogues bats from the right side this time. Check swing. He went around, says the home plate umpire. 0-1 the count to Braden Stutzman. Stutzman from Twin Falls, Idaho, plays for the University of Oregon. 5'11", 185. Eric Yang at third, Dante Gutierrez at second. Here's the 0-1. That one misses high, 1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1 to Stutzman. That one fouled back. 1-2 the count. So the exciting news for Brian Schnee, I know all of you have been wondering where he's been. Brian Schnee has accepted a main anchor position with KTVL News 10, the CBS affiliate, right here in Medford. So you can catch Brian Schnee at 5 and 6 p.m. on News 10. That one outside the Stutzman evens the count 2-2. Catch Brian Schnee at 5 and 6 p.m. on KTVL News 10. Then hop over, turn on the live stream for the Rogues game right here at MedfordRogues.com. And then when the game's over around 11 p.m., turn the TV back to KTVL News 10. That one misses low and outside. 3-2 the count to Braden Stutzman. You can turn the TV back to KTVL to catch Brian for News 10 and 11. So between Brian and I, we have your entire night covered from 5 to 11:30 p.m. Here's the full count pitch to Braden Stutzman. That one misses low, ball 4. The bases are loaded for the Rogues. 1 out here in the top of the second inning. 1 already across in this one. That'll bring up Scotty Wright.
Number 8, Scotty Wright.
Doug saying congratulations to Brian Schnee. That is awesome. I agree, Doug. The first pitch to Scotty Wright is in there for a strike, 0-1. Couldn't be happier for him. He gets his face back on TV in an area that he loves so much in the Rogue Valley, an area that really loves him. I'm sure they're very excited to see him back on the TV as well. The 0-1 to Scotty Wright, a check swing. He held up. Nice job by Scotty Wright, the man from Vero Beach, Florida. 1-1 the count. Eric Yang at third, Dante Gutierrez at second, Braden Stutzman at first. 1 out. 2-1 the score here in the top of the second inning. That one misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Fastball outside, 3 balls and 1 strike to Scotty Wright. Again, the bases are loaded. 1 out here in the top of the second, 2-1 the score. Here's the 3-1 to Scotty Wright. That one's high, ball 4, and the Rogues walk in a run. The carousel goes around. Eric Yang comes home. 2-2 the score now here in the top of the second inning. That will turn the lineup over for the Rogues. Stepping in now with the bases loaded, still 1 out, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Here's the first pitch to Valenzuela-Reese. That one fouled back off the first base side. And out of play. 0-1 the count. So a great job by Scotty Wright, not trying to do too much. Earns himself the RBI walk. 2-2 the score. The 0-1 to Valenzuela-Reese, a fastball in there for a strike. So 0-2 the count to the leadoff man, Clay Valenzuela-Reese. Dante Gutierrez at third, Braden Stutzman at second, Scotty Wright at first. Here's the 0-2. That one's outside. So now 1-2 the count to Clay Valenzuela-Reese. That one fouled off the first base side. Count remains 1-2. That one waved at, foul tipped, caught by the catcher Tom Fuller for the second out of the inning. So that'll bring up Davis DeLorfis. DeLorfis was called out on strikes back in the first inning. Bases still loaded here in the top of the second inning, all tied at 2. First one to to Davis DeLorfis rather, misses outside. Strike. So 1-2 now the count to Davis DeLorfis. 2-2 the score here in the top of the second. Here's the 1-2 to DeLorfis. Fouled back. One ball, 2 strikes, the count to Davis DeLorfis. Bases loaded here in the top of the second inning. 2-2 the score. Here's the pitch. Just got a piece of it, did DeLorfis. One ball, 2 strikes, the count. 2 outs here in the top of the second to Davis DeLorfis. Bases loaded. That one misses outside. Evens the count 2-2. Here is the 2-2 count to DeLorfis. That one misses outside. So the